Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Botch TV, and this is part 2 of my WWE 2K20 wish list. So in my first video, I touched on some of the things that I would like to see in this upcoming, I should say, WWE 2K20 video game. So, the reason why I'm making a part 2 is because there are some things that I've been reading in your comments, and I've realized there's some things that I didn't touch on that I feel are definitely worth touching on and discussing. And after reading your comments and seeing some of your suggestions on what you would like to see in 2K20, I thought, I'd touch on some of those as well. A couple of you wanted a War Games mode, for NXT War Games, or some of the newer modes, and map physics and stair physics, and different physics in the game that make it more realistic to what we see on TV. However, my list is really just the small things. I'm not one of those picky gamers that needs a lot of things to make a game good. I think with adding just some of these smaller things, they would make the game at least a lot more fun and a lot more creative. Especially with me doing my RCW YouTube series here on the channel, doing it through streaming, live streaming, and my career Universe Mode series. And if any of those interest you, please feel free to check those out as they are in the playlist in my channel. So why don't we get started here with my first bullet point, and that is 4 attire slots for wrestlers. So when you go into the custom, when you create a custom superstar, specifically a custom superstar, you are given 2 attire slots. And those 2 attire slots are for entrance and ring attire. And that's it. You cannot create any more attires after you've created 2 attire slots. And the reason why I'm calling for more attire slots is simple. I want more customization. I want more of the fun. And the way I create my superstars with the insane amount of detail, as you can see here with Brian Outlaw and Jay Rogue, 2 of the superstars that I have spent a hell of a lot of time in customizing their attire and what they look like, and taking a lot of pride in making and creating these wrestlers. I would definitely like to see there to be a little bit more customization, because sometimes with my RCW series and with my career series, my career Universe Mode series, when it comes pay-per-view time, those special pay-per-views, I like to have the ability to have a custom attire for pay-per-views while still keeping the traditional attires, like the ones that you wear in ring all the time. And with WWE superstars in real life, they have an abundance of amount of gear. Like, especially when it comes to WrestleMania, they wear really special looking outfits. Even if it's a one-time thing, it's still really cool. And I think having that opportunity to have 4 attire slots instead of 2 would give you the opportunity to make, pay-per-view attires that your superstar only wears for a pay-per-view. Or maybe you have a different idea for a persona, so you might want to change up your superstar's look, but still keep, the old persona or the old look if you want to use, the old look. Just giving more options for your superstar. Because at the end of the day, it is your superstar that you are customizing. It is the custom superstar that you are customizing. And I don't see why this couldn't be added. I mean, there's already 2 attire slots. I mean, it's one small thing that I would think would make the game even more fun from a customization standpoint, from a user standpoint. And I think that would be really awesome. And my next bullet point is more title customization. And a lot of these bullet points that you're going to see here is just more customization options. And really, it's because I utilize Universe Mode a hell of a lot. With my RCW series, as you can see here by the Arena and Brian Outlaw and Jay Road, 2 superstars that I have on the show. You know, I take a lot of pride in writing the scripts and storylines and stuff for the show, and these customization options are key for me to having the show that I actually want to have. And making it more fun and more entertaining for the viewers that watch my show, no matter how small or how big the fan base is. You know, I still have fun with it. And I would love to have more title customization. I mean, they already have the image uploader, which I really think is cool, being able to use your own logos or logos that you find on the internet. For like wrestlers like Rosemary, for example, that is on Impact but isn't in this game. You know, other wrestlers that are actual wrestlers in real life but that aren't in the game, using their logos, using their likeness to upload them to the community creations and for other people to use is awesome. And I just think having more title customization will add to that, you know, more user controlled and more user friendliness of the game. And who doesn't like more customization options, especially in any sports game, you know, like in Madden or racing games, especially the Need for Speed games where you get to customize the color of your car, customize the stripes on your car, you know, little things like that, but with wrestling elements added to it, I think would be really freaking awesome. And I think you guys would enjoy that too. I don't think any of us could definitely object to having more customization options. So my next one is having to do with something that I'm pretty sure you guys would definitely agree with, and that is the promo engine. The promo engine was definitely improved over 2K18, but there's still many different ways that they can improve this. One being my proposal here, which is personality-specific promos. So you know how you have your personality traits, whether you're loyal or bold, desperate or treacherous, or, you know, those personality traits that you put in to your custom superstars and that you can edit among the other superstars that are in the game. Well, I really think that personality is what it's all about in wrestling. The character, the person that you are acting out, or the person that you are watching on TV. Like, they have a certain persona, and I feel like what they say on the mic has a lot to do with that. Their character and how they say it, and, you know, and that's what really separates really the good from the bad, because you can wrestle really good, but do you have a really good persona that you can act out real well on the mic and that people love reacting to? It's about the fan reaction. And I think with the whole idea of my career in choosing your personality of your superstar would be awesome, like I made in my previous video where I talked about choosing whether or not you could be a face or heel, you know, would be a good addition, or good return, I guess you could say, since they had it before. But I also think that having personality-specific promos, so if your guy is a really, you know, if your guy is a really desperate guy and he's just kind of a dirtbag, kind of like a Stone Cold sort of guy, he's not going to say the same thing that, you know, The Miz is going to say when The Miz is heel, you know. He's not going to be the same heel as, you know, Stone Cold, you know what I mean? They all have their own individual personalities. And I'm not saying, like, the promo engine needs a complete overhaul. I don't think it needs that. I really just think that it needs more options to make your superstar more unique and more personal to you, because that is really what it's all about, is making a persona and acting it out in such a way that really helps. And I think with the personalities that I have for the Outlaws, specifically Brian Outlaw, you know, there are certain things that I wish I could do for Brian Outlaw in terms of the promos, and I can't do that. You know, there's certain things I'd like to do, I can't think of any specifics at the top of my head right now, but I can't do those things with the way the promo engine is. And I feel like just having, you know, sort of like multiple ways you can say one thing, or having different options or different ways to say things, is crucial to the personality of your superstar as a whole. And I think that would be nice if we had that. Another one of the things that I want to see in terms of customization is more appearance customization. Specifically, the face paint and the makeup, you know, scars, things like that. You know, I created female and male superstars. And I would like to see, like, more face paint and more, like, makeup customization options. I mean, you can customize the a lot of it, you know, in terms of how bright it is, how dark it is, whatever. But, you know, if we could have, like, our own face paint suite or something like that, instead of choosing specific generic options, like, instead of having to upload, like, images or stuff like that, maybe they incorporate something, like, where it's, like, the face paint suite or something like that, where you create your own makeup. You choose from a various styles, and you can change it. Because I've been noticing, especially with the face paint, you can only change the style or the color of it. You can't change where it is on the face. You can't change, you know, the style of it. You can really only change the color of it. Like, what if I want a specific style of face paint, but I want it on his chest, and I don't want it on its face? I can't do that. I can't do that. And I really think that's just kind of stupid, how it's, like, all limited, you know, to one part of the body. They should all be able to be manipulated and customizable in that way. I don't understand the purpose behind limiting things like that. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I really think that would be really cool to have as one of the options. Like, maybe I want, you know, Sting face paint style, but I want it on his chest, or I want it on one side of his face, and then I want another, and then I want, like, maybe the Ultimate Warrior style face paint on one of his eyes instead of both, or maybe both eyes, or, you know, just more customization options and where to put things in terms of face paint and makeup would be awesome. And this goes for the men and women. I'm talking about the men and women, not just the men, the male superstars. I just think it provides more personality, more customization, and more of what you want your superstar to look like. And it makes it different, because there's a lot of wrestlers out there that wear face paint, but their character is different, and their face paint reflects that. You know, like with Jeff Hardy and the Charismatic Enigma over Sting and Goldust. You know, the way he wears his face paint and the reasoning behind why he wears his face paint is totally different, considering his gimmick from Sting or Goldust. You know, it's different reasoning. So I think, you know, with that being an option, I really think it just adds to the character of the superstar. And that's what it's all about, right? Adding the character to your superstar, making him or her different from all the other ones. And the last thing, which I think is probably one of the most requested things that I've been noticing a lot lately, not just in the comments of other videos, but in the messages that you guys have sent me as well, and that is cross-platform community creations. Now, I know what you may be thinking. You know, there's no way Xbox and PlayStation and PC are going to allow this. I'm not saying that they should have Xbox and PC players play with each other. I'm not saying that in terms of, like, Fortnite. I'm saying that in terms of going on the community creations, like you see here, going on the community creations, finding any superstar that somebody has created, either from PlayStation or Xbox, or PC, and being able to download. I don't see why that would be such a terrible thing. In my eyes, I think it would be awesome. Ooh, a new Dean Ambrose look. I might actually download that. Because the other Dean Ambrose doesn't look like that, so I might actually download it. But anyways, because superstars change their look all the time, but this could also give a more updated look to a specific superstar, or maybe, somebody has their superstar created on PlayStation and they don't have both consoles, so you're kind of out of luck on that. And I don't think that's cool. I think that everyone should be open to sharing their creations all across the world, regardless of what platform they're playing on. And I think giving the ability for people to download Brian Outlaw, Luna Outlaw, Sky Outlaw, the entire Outlaw family, as well as Noel Diamond and other people, considering how detailed I make my superstars, it just gives more of an opportunity for your creations to be available to people and for you to share your creativity with the world. And I think community creations is a big part of the WWE games, and I don't see why it could not be put in there. You know what I mean? I don't see any issue that could arise by putting community creations as a cross-platform thing. Because there's already search parameters here and stuff like that, so I feel like just expanding it and making it cross-platform would give more of an option for you to share anything with your friends. It'll also give the opportunity for shows to be, cross-branded, because I know some people customize shows and put it on community creations. So me and my buddy John, we like to do, he has his own show and I have my own show here on Xbox, while he has his on PlayStation. Being able to integrating community creations, he could put his show on the community creations and have it available for me to download, and he could download RCW, and he could take some of the superstars from that roster and put it on his roster. Sort of create a SmackDown versus Raw thing, if you will. Like, that would be cool. Like, for those people who actually like doing that and all of that, it opens up so many different content creation avenues if this is one of the things that could be added to the WWE 2K20 or the 2K games in the future. So, anyways, with that is my wish list, or the second part anyway, of my wish list for WWE 2K20. If there's anything that I missed, or anything that you would like to see in 2K20 that I haven't already mentioned in those two videos, or something that comes to mind, or if you agree with any of these, please feel free to comment below. Let me know if you liked the video. If you didn't, give it a dislike. If you liked it, like it, please. It really helps out. And I will catch you guys on my next video.